Hi, and welcome to the next installment of the Ivey MBA Admissions blog. I'm Chris.
And I'm Julia. And this week, our team's been coming into the office in the morning and talking a little bit. Okay, I've mostly been coming into the office this week and talking a lot about the Olympics and what's going on. So the other day, Chris and I were sort of talking a little bit about how you can compare training for the Olympics to the process of getting into an MBA program. So we thought it'd be a great video blog topic, and we're going to try to walk you through that analogy and sort of give you some tips along the way.
It all begins with the goal. You've already decided, you've already made the first goal in terms of wanting to do the MBA. The next step is deciding where you want to do the MBA, as well as when you want to do this.
I think you hit the nail on the head that timing is critical. So it really is about making a plan, a training schedule, if you will. So for Olympic athletes, it's 4 years. For you, it might be 1 to 2 years, or maybe even less. But setting a goal and checking in on some of those major milestones is really important. So things like planning for your GMAT, when you're going to start the application, talking to your recommenders, ideally making some time to visit the school as well, are all things that you need to build into your training program, so to speak.
One of the things that's required is having dedication and commitment and staying focused. If you look at figure skaters, before they get into the jump, they need to commit to that jump or else they're going to fall. And so stay committed to the goal. Also, understand that sometimes you're going to be really super motivated and sometimes you're not, and that's just part of the cycle. So maybe you need to take a break from studying, just so that way you can move forward on your study plan.
And to Chris's point about commitment, this requires a lot of sacrifice as well. So we talk to so many candidates who are working like 70 or 80-hour weeks, and they're trying to find time for the GMAT as well. And we know that that can definitely be challenging, and that's where sometimes that discouragement and demotivation comes in. But this is about sacrifice, and it is about deciding what's the most important thing to you and committing to that to make it happen.
I think what's also important too is having a support system. So a group of people who are there to support you. Maybe it's a friend who is also doing the GMAT and studying for the GMAT and wanting to do the MBA program, or maybe it's a significant other or some family members who can help push you along the way.
Sure. Professional athletes have huge support systems. They've got physiotherapists and sports psychologists and coaches. And it's important to think of people like Chris and myself, so your recruiting managers or admissions people, as your coaches through this process. It is our job to kind of help guide you through. It's our job to help keep you motivated and make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. I think the other important thing is to always be aware of what your weaknesses are. So as you're sort of going through this timeline, check in and sort of see how things are going. Maybe you wrote the GMAT on the first attempt and it didn't go well. Maybe you got a promotion at work, but you're feeling like you're not getting the responsibility you need. So just like professional athletes will go back and watch game tape, or watch some of their ski runs or their figure skating routines and try to identify those weaknesses, it's important for you to do the same so you can fill in those gaps before you apply.
One of the key things though is that if you want to be successful, you need to put in the time, the effort, and the work to get there.
And the bottom line is, even if Olympic athletes don't end up on the podium, doesn't mean they're not great athletes. If you don't meet your goal on the first time around, maybe you didn't get a scholarship with your offer, or maybe you didn't get into your first choice, doesn't mean you should give up. Try again. Again, look back on your weaknesses, see what the things are that you can improve on.
And Olympic athletes and MBA students, they want to compete against the best. So just be aware of that.
It's important to look at the quality of people that you're going to be learning with. Learning with the best from professional coaches and competing with the best, as you'll be competing ideally with fantastic MBA candidates, is really the only way that you're going to be able to challenge yourself and feel motivated and inspired when you go into a classroom.
And the last point is about confidence. Approach this with confidence. Yes, this may be the performance to get to the gold medal, and you might be nervous, but just take some time, focus, and have some confidence that you've actually put in the hours, the practice to get this done.
We know that hitting the submit button can be pretty nerve-wracking, and you're never going to feel 100% ready. You're always going to feel like there's more things you could have done, but at some point the competition is going to start, and you have to get in the game if you want to win.
So that's it. Those are the points that we wanted to share. Thank you very much for watching the blog, and enjoy the rest of the Olympics.
Absolutely. And don't forget that our application deadline is coming up for 2015. Our applications are now open, and our first round deadline will be May the 5th. So we hope to see your applications then.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see you on the MBA podium.
That was cheesy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Bye.